Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
I'm not a Funko Pop.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
Okay, so me and Scott, we did one of those rare Real Whovians casts early this morning.
Yes.
And right as we were about to end the cast, we found out the breaking news. Minutes before, it was basically, like 3 minutes before we ended the cast?
Yeah, about 3 to 4 minutes.
That the trailer was going to happen on the World Cup on Sunday. So we put that in the title and everything. And I put it in a question mark because I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah.
But then it's been confirmed. So, but the big story that we were talking about is that they finally did the Entertainment Weekly cover
It
with
looks awesome.
Jodie Whittaker. It doesn't have her logo.
No.
It has just a nice logo.
Yes.
And people in the UK flipped out.
Are whining about it.
Because they're like, the Americans got it. Your BBC company allowed it.
Yeah.
Now, maybe Chibnall might be heated with it because maybe he didn't make the decision to do it. But
well, it's about time somebody at the BBC stepped up and told Chibnall, listen, you work for us.
We got to promote this shit. I mean, Chris, do you think it's a big deal that it got promoted in a magazine in America? Who gives a shit?
No, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can maybe understand why they're upset, but it's like at the same time, it's like,
give me a break.
The show comes out in what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Like, you got to start showing something. Comic-Con, and here's the thing. Comic-Con is next Saturday. That is an American thing. It takes place in San Diego. Now, people from all over the world go to it. I'm not saying it's strictly American, but it's in America. It's in San Diego. They're going to promote stuff here because you have to think that we know who's going to be there.
That's the logo they should have went with.
And this is a nice thing. Look, they're not stupid. They're not going to put a shitty logo in there with all that, with agendas. They did their own logo. She looks stunning on the cover. They made her look good. And she turned out to be a nice thumbnail, too, for us. But I don't understand the big deal. Now, we're going to cover the story in detail because supposedly this basically signifies that Peter Capaldi was definitely fired. 100% certainty. Which means that we are right again.
Wait, why? Why are you saying that?
Because in the story, it has it that Chibnall, when he was going to become the showrunner, immediately wanted a female doctor and did not. Like, all that stuff was bullshit that he wants to work at Capaldi and, oh, kumbaya, yes. Oh, yes, I would love to work with you. Yes, you'll be the doctor for 10 years. All bullshit. It was like, no, if I'm going to be the showrunner, I want a female doctor, and he's got to go then. He's got to go then. So supposedly this was going on for a while, and they forced him out. I mean, that's basically, they want to sweep it under the rug, but now it's come out. They basically screwed themselves with these articles. And again, I don't really feel like going into detail of it tonight, like this late, but I'm just giving you the gist of it. And it's the whole thing about Chibnall made an announcement, and I'm paraphrasing, that Doctor Who leads the world. Like, they need to lead the world to show, like, they'd be the leader in the Force, and they needed to do this and become a woman because it was happening everywhere, and everybody was being a woman, and the women's movement and everything else. So they had to be a leader and do this.
Oh, so, instead of, the merit of the character, we needed to have a woman because
we had to do this. Yeah, it wasn't even, it was an agenda. Right. So basically, they didn't want to say it was an agenda, and they lied and said it was an agenda. It was an agenda all along, like we said it before. And again, I don't like to be right all the time, but lately we're right a lot. And that this is, again, they had an agenda. Yeah.
And this is why I don't want to watch the show anymore.
Right.
Because I don't know for sure, but there's a part of me that's being like, you think it was bad before when they kept talking to people the way they did in the show? Just imagine how it's going to be now.
Well, the way I feel, I told you, I have no faith in the sense that I feel they'll get in a room and they're like, okay, next doctor. You want it to be a midget? Let's do that. You want it to be an Asian? Maybe it should be an African-American woman. There's an agenda. It's not even like, oh, let's do an audition and see who does a great job. It's let's shock people and go in crazy directions because this is what we need to do because we need to shock the world and do this. And that's not the way you do it, though. It was never the way you do it. Like that, they never did it that way. It was always they auditioned and people wooed them and they're like, oh, wow, this guy's great. And then they made them the doctor. So, like, this stuff is just disgusting. It's like, and how are you going to lead the world if you can't even put out a product and it takes you 10 months? 10 months that you had to cut episodes. You're not a leader of anything. A Walking Dead, if Walking Dead could pop out 16 episodes and Star Trek The Next Generation and Arrow and they could put out 23 or 24 episodes a year, you're not a leader if you're not doing that. So, I mean, they got the ego again. Like, we're above everybody. We see ourselves as up here. And everybody's got to conform to us, and everybody's got to follow in our footsteps, and that's not the case at all. They're like, if you're a leader, like, and Chris, you can tell me if I'm wrong, right? It's okay. But if Chibnall is the showrunner, I would see that he would want to oversee the toys too, or work with them and say, hey, I think we should have this product out.
I would think that he'd want to maybe not control it, but at least know what's going on.
Right.
You know, like, okay, you know, I know what's coming out. I mean, I understand that he can't be involved with everything that happens because
I agree. But still,
yeah, you know, maybe the main line, you know, something that comes. I don't know what company produces the Doctor Who figures or the apparel or posters, whatever, video games, whatever. But you know, I would think that he would want to make sure that it's portraying the message that he wants with the show, whether it's something I agree with or not. You would want it to be consistent. So it's like, you know, the tone, like you don't have some company producing Doctor Who horror toys.
Yeah.
Something where it's like, wait, that's not what the show's about, you know? Like, but you know, again, my thing is this, right? You want to be the leader of a world leader, but a world leader of what? What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. Are you saying that Doctor Who has to be a world leader because the Doctor is a woman now? Well, how come? What was the problem with the Doctor being a leader before or after? What I mean, what are you trying to say? That well, you just have to accept this, and that you know, if you don't, you're wrong. This is a television show. This is a form of entertainment. If somebody doesn't agree with something about the show, what's the problem?
Right.
I don't understand this. Like, what? Okay, so the
you can't wrap Doctor Who around their whole philosophy, their whole country.
My thing is this, though, right? It's like the Doctor's a woman. So what? Now, okay. Now what? Now,
if it's not about gender, what's the big deal then?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what you always said, folks.
This is defeating the purpose because now it's like, because their whole thing was, well, it's not about gender. Don't worry about it. But now that the Doctor's a woman, oh, well, we could do all this stuff.
But it is. It's always been about the gender because they put the thing in the logo. They make it like, look, it's a woman. Look, and even their own interview, it's sickening that they said we needed to do this. What do you mean? We needed to do this.
That's my point. Didn't Jodie Whittaker tell people when she was first announced, don't worry about my gender? But now it's like, look, the Doctor's a woman. And it's like, wait, I thought you just said. It's like.
Because they're a bunch of liars. And they you know how they always try to make it like they're smarter and everything? They're not. They're being con artists.
They're trying They're trying to be like, we're the moral ones because we're okay with this, and if you don't agree, then you're wrong.
That's bullshit too, though.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't tell me or anybody who doesn't agree with this, that because they don't like the decision made on a science fiction television show, that they're wrong. That's their opinion. You know, I don't tell people who like a female doctor that they're wrong. If you like that, that's fine. But I don't. If this was done organically, because she, you know, hey, we auditioned, she was the best one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to do the part well. Hey, I don't want a female doctor, but if you're going on those reasons, fine. But the fact that apparently they're saying, or whatever they're saying is, we had to do this. It's like, oh, did you?
They're also coming out now. They're saying, oh, yeah, there was female people that auditioned for the role, which is bullshit.
It's called covering their ass.
Yeah, it's called...
females that auditioned? Isn't that what Chibnall said a while ago?
First of all, he's backtracking because the whole thing was the first person that was off. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of lies going out, but supposedly the first woman he offered it to was Olivia Colman, and she said no. Okay. Then we heard that somebody offered Alan Cummings the role, and he was going to say yes, but then when he found out that it was 10 months that he had to do it, and they didn't change it, and they kept having it 10 months, he's like, I'm not going to give up all these roles and this money that I could be making in this movie and in this play and in this TV show. So he said no. He says, but I'll be open if you want me to be a villain. Mm. And so now we don't know who offered him the role of the Doctor. We don't even know if it was Moffat. We don't know if, like, when he asked Chibnall and Chibnall said no, that Moffat did another year and then maybe he offered it to him, or maybe Chib. So supposedly, I'm thinking it was Moffat that offered it to him. But because Chibnall was just dragging tail to become like he was supposed to be, I guess, a year before, and he said no. You know, so that's why we got Bill and Nardo and all that stuff, because it wasn't even supposed to be that. It was supposed to be, you know. But again, nobody tells Capaldi anything. God forbid. You know, and then they sprung it on him. It's like, yeah, you know. And then there was a fake story about how Chibnall wants to work with Capaldi and he could stay on. That was bullshit because Chibnall flat out says he had it intention all along. Female doctor. So
I really hope that's like not true, but
I know. It's bad. It's bad. And now I guess they seen the light about the calendar, guys.
Oh, really?
Because we got a Jodie Whittaker 13 Doctor calendar with companions, but I know, right? Didn't we say that's going to happen? Cool. It's great. It's great when people screw up and then they have an emergency calendar made. An emergency calendar made. Because you know what the funny thing is? I don't think there's ever been a situation where there's been 3 effing Doctor Who calendars for the year.
There hasn't.
3. And you know what was funny, Scott? We said how much that first calendar sucked ass. Remember that? And then all of a sudden another fucking calendar popped up.
Yep.
Like not even a week later.
And look how much better quality this thing even looks. Even with the cartoonish background, it looks a hell of a lot higher quality than the other one.
But this is a mini calendar, though.
But still.
But here's, you know what? This is a way better calendar, by the way. It's superior.
Yes, it is.
I love it. But you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that, think about it. Have you ever remembered in history there being 3 Doctor Who calendars for the same year?
Nope.
Because we ripped it to piss out of it. They're like, oh shit. They did another one. We still ripped it. And then finally we get what we want, a Jodie Whittaker calendar. But
yep.
Have anybody tell me
a logo on top of that.
Have anybody tell me that there was 3 different calendars in one year? Show me. Show me last year, the year before that. There was 3. It wasn't. It was 1 calendar, people. Not 3. Get it right the first time.
Oh God, it was funny as hell.
They don't like us at all. They don't.
No.
Chris, we won't even get the plaque or nothing for the longest podcast in history for Doctor Who. I found out that company wants $1,500 to investigate.
Damn.
Dude. They want me to pay $1,500 basically paying their salary to investigate if I have the most Doctor Who podcasts in history, which I do, but I'm not going to pay you $1,500 to do that.
Yeah.
Unless I have it, which I probably don't right now, because I would do a book before that. But one day, when I have an itch. But yes, 3 calendars. 3. So those other stories, I guess, because people are upset about the leak. They don't want Comic-Con to get the trailer.
Oh.
So, because we're UK, we got to have, you know.
So they're gonna show it during.
Listen, we all know what happens when people in the UK get pissed off. Okay, and I wouldn't want to be them mad at me. I mean, look, they created a balloon of Trump. They're pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
You know, somebody did a little comical thing of that one.
I know, but the thing is that when they're pissed off at a show, their own show, they'll kill their own show. There's been documentaries.
Yeah.
Where it will be the greatest show on the air, and they does something to piss off the people bury it. They've had this. They've had how vicious the UK
there was a guy.
What, Chris?
Please let them bury it. I would love for them to bury Doctor Who now.
The Big Bang Theory. When one of the characters found out that he felt as though he was a copycat of one of the dudes on there, he walked out and never came back.
All I know is that, like, there's been so much heat, and now finally they're giving them a trailer on the World Cup, which they should have the trailer first.
Yes, they should. They should.
BBC is not communicating with Chibnall. Chibnall's not communicating with BBC. Nobody's communicating with anybody, and everybody's talking out of their ass.
Exactly.
Everybody's talking shit, and it's disgusting. And they're bashing each other, and they're bashing America, because I've seen it all. It's disgusting. It's like they blame us that we leaked the Entertainment Weekly. No, the BBC gave permission.
Yeah.
Your own company gave permission to do it. It was those Americans. How could they rush the magazine out like that? That's not the way it works.
No.
Entertainment Weekly is every damn week that magazine comes out. Okay? They have many different things they could do for the magazine cover. But the BBC contacted them. Okay? Just like when Moffat came to New York, he came, he went to the Times, he had a couple people wander the streets, scouting for locations, and then, oh my God, surprise, surprise, the following year he's filming in New York. While I'm here, we're going to look around. Exactly. Yeah. Time management, it's called. Oh, if we have to come to New York for Comic-Con, I'm going to send my people to scout out for locations just in case I want to do stories here.
Yeah, just in case.
Like Angels Take Manhattan. Yeah. I mean, basically. So, and I didn't even know that they were going to film the whole damn season just about in Spain, right? Or was it in Spain or was it in Africa? Or whatever the hell. Africa, right? Yeah. Cape Town or whatever? The whole, like, tons. Oh, and another thing, too. They're trying to be smart. They're like, oh, episode 9 is different than the Christmas special because episode 9 is not the Christmas episode. Episode 10 is the Christmas episode. So don't be cute. The 10 episodes announced. And it's not 11 unless I see otherwise. Yeah. Unless you show me a list. They didn't, first of all, they're not, here's the thing. It's never been done in the history of Doctor Who, New Who, that you stop filming the season and you film a Christmas special before the damn finale. It's never been done, okay? You film the finale and then you film the Christmas special. But they're lying. This is a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
You there, Chris?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of lying going on, and you know what it is? They're burying themselves, and they don't know what to do now because
covering their ass.
We could take all these stories, and you know what? I went looking for that magazine, by the way, because I was going to buy it. They didn't have
It
it.
probably hadn't come. Yeah, like you said last night,
Yeah.
this morning, it probably hadn't come
But
out.
I want to buy it because I want to show and prove our point that we were telling the truth. That everything we said that people were hating on us about. But listen, I understand that you don't want it to be true. So, of course, you're going to be like, Joe's an asshole, Matrix was an asshole, the whole crew screwed them, right? But the whole thing is that we don't want that to be true.
No.
We don't want bad things to be true for Doctor Who. Do you really think that I stay up at night trying to sabotage the show? This is like over 1,300 some odd casts on Doctor Who. You think I hate the show by doing 1,300 some odd casts?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Wake up. Come on. Seriously. So, I don't want to be right all the time. You think I want to be right that, Capaldi got fired and age discriminated against and all this shit was true that no, but it was true. We knew it was true. And now they buried themselves because now it's like, oh shit. Now this is what's going on now. Because they're like, oh shit. We just fucking admitted that we're full of shit. Yeah. We did. Because that means you had every intention of firing Capaldi and that fake story that you were going to work with him was bullshit. So, poor Capaldi, man. He don't care now, though. He did before. He was upset, I guess, but they'll see. Right, Chris? They'll see.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. All right. We're done for now. All right. Good night, Scott. Good night, Chris.
Night,
Take care.
Chris.
Bye for now.